number one.
Ano?
He who loves last
Ano, I should have put them
loves
off.
the best. Okay, so
Alright.
come on, go straight to the topic, please.
Alright, praise the Lord, sorry.
Straight to the topic.
We are group 25. Our
it
case
not-
study is on the video. We're going to be discussing the networking issues.
Topic
of-
slide. Is that your topic
Oh,
slide?
no, it's not slide. So,
Then.
globalization issues for NVIDIA. The first point we're going to talk about geopolitical tensions and export restriction. NVIDIA faces its most severe globalization challenge through geopolitical tensions, particularly US-China tech restrictions. Then next point is the global supply chain vulnerability. NVIDIA doesn't manufacture chips. They rely entirely on TSMC in Taiwan and global global suppliers. The third point where there is divergent data and AI regulations. NVIDIA operates in a regulatory patchwork. Europe's strict AI Act, China's algorithm controls, and America's light touch approach. Our data shows that this creates a moderate but growing challenge. Then the last point is the intense global competition and talent war. The AI chip race is heating up globally. AMD, Intel, and Chinese firms like Huawei, that is a phone brand, are investing billions to challenge NVIDIA's dominance. Then this my graph. It illustrates how globalization is multi-phased, as NVIDIA must navigate everything from the trade and policies to cultural differences, showing their globalization isn't just opportunity but complexity.
Do you want to allow the rest of the group members to present? Good.
Next
All right, so the main topic is the networking issues of NVIDIA. So the first subtopic is about its how they maintain their social media presence to strengthen their global visibility, for such as announcing their new graphics card or announcing some update on their software. The second one is how they use the internet for their business purposes. So this effectively gives them an edge over other competitors that they have, like AMD and Intel, because they provide very effective marketing on their products, and they have a great customer and business relation. And the last is their practices toward the Internet Revolution 4.0 by adopting the automation tools, cloud tools, analytics, and AI-driven processes, or AI tools.
That's quite good. Okay. Firstly, before I start, there's a slight mistake here. Because my topic, which is found on the first side of the case study, is about agile development strategy for enhancing NVIDIA AMS, but this is quite human error made by my team. I hope you can correct that. So to go straight to the point, today I want to discuss about the implementation of agile development strategy for enhancing NVIDIA AMS operation. So, as the case study is talking about, if NVIDIA is being sublet, if NVIDIA sublet their IMS operation to us, the Young Tech, Sensor Tech, the organization. So, we are going to introduce a robust agile methodologies. So, first, this approach is going to directly address the limitation of the long-established waterfall model that is currently in use now by mostly organizations now. But the main strategy is going to center in the implementation of Scrum framework. So there are a lot of framework out there. We have the Scrum, we have the Kuban, we have the Lean, but because of the limited time, I'm just going to speak about Scrum framework. Firstly, Scrum framework, why we are going to implement Scrum framework first is because, as we know, Scrum framework is used to solve project management challenges. First, how it's going to benefit NVIDIA, incremental delivery. So the Scrum, if we implement Scrum framework, is going to help us build around a fixed long sprint, like we know front-end is based on sprint. So which is 2 weeks interval. This is going to ensure that every new IMS feature that has been developed will be delivered incrementally, providing continuous value. So secondly, the benefit if we implement Scrum framework is daily alignment. So NVIDIA is going to gain because the Scrum framework we set up, like we know, meeting to ensure rapid and frequent alignment across development, data, integration, and IMS team. Okay, thirdly, about the benefit to introduce Scrum framework to NVIDIA, if they do supply their IMS operation to us, is about continuous feedback. So there's something we call sprint review in Scrum framework. So this is going to facilitate regular check on key deliverables such as the dashboard, the workflow and integration, ensuring that they meet their business needs. So thirdly, why we specifically going to implement the Scrum framework we feel is a good idea for NVIDIA is one, predictable. So one mean predictable is going to provide a very clear, predictable cadence for release while remaining flexible enough to adapt to the changes and requirement. Thirdly, why this is going to help for NVIDIA a good idea is because of the cross-team collaboration. So like we know in Scrum, we have the Scrum Masters, we have the product team, and we have the developer team, I think if I'm right. So, so this cross-team collaboration is going to foster tight collaboration between the IMS team, NVIDIA IMS team, AI engineering department, breaking down things, at least making us make the sprint. So thirdly, versatility for complex projects. So this Agile methodology is going to highly suitable for key initiatives at NVIDIA, including platform upgrade, complex system integration, and development of new analytical dashboard. So that's all I'm going to talk on Scrum framework.
Okay, can you please tell me what would be the main benefit of using Agile?
Agile. Okay, first, like we know, mostly business these days, old business, they use waterfall model. I believe you're familiar with that. So now the difference is waterfall model, like we know, is incremental, like one step to the other step, but Scrum frame, Agile methodology is going to make the tasks, like giving a time frame when we need sprint, is going to simplify the task, is going to make sure the business meet to their goal. It has some quite framework, like I did speak on Scrum framework. So if it's been implemented, there are quite benefits that I checked there. Mostly time frame, deliverable, collaboration. Actually, this is more better than the old waterfall model.
Okay.
Model that was
Just to
used.
thank you, good answer. Let me explain something. Most of the businesses these days use Agile, not waterfall.
Agile.
Yes, and secondly, we don't call it Scrum framework. It's the Agile framework, and Scrum is one of the techniques. Just clarification. Okay. Can you please give me what should be the social network of preference and why?
In my opinion, the social network of preference would be Instagram, since it can draw in many customers to their page and can also provide better feedback for them.
Oh.
How? Mainly by interaction, like engagements of their like engaging in their events. Like let's say they put out a post that they are gonna be they will be having a event here in the UK, or or in Taiwan, so they can help. Their customers can attend their.
Okay. What is the main challenge of globalization for them?
Main challenge of globalization. I can talk about the export restrictions, because US has banned sales of advanced AI chips like the H100 to China, Nvidia's second largest market. As you can see in our timeline, geopolitical risk has surged from 5 to 9 out of 10 since 2020, now plateauing at critical levels. So that is one of the major globalization issues facing Nvidia.
Sorry, sir, can I ask a question?
Yes.
But if you Google states very clear that Scrum is a framework, Kuban they are a framework.
I don't need to Google Scrum. I've been teaching Scrum method. If you go to the next slide, go to number 5. Okay. This is your Agile approach.
Yeah.
Okay. No, you don't have the graphs that I need to see about. So
Yeah, I didn't bring the graph from the slide, but this is Scrum framework.
No, this
It's
is the
almost
Scrum technique. So I'll tell you what Scrum is. Scrum is what we did in this same space here when everybody was in front of each other talking about what they did. So when you're doing the Agile, you have the sprints,
Yes.
you have the backlogs, you have the product logs, you have the Scrum. So basically this is part of it. So the Agile is the Agile framework, so it's the Agile method if you like, and then Scrum is a technique. So within Scrum you can actually identify the technique and how Scrum takes place, but there isn't a thing called Scrum. You may have seen in some you may have seen into a blog what about Scrum and how it's done, but there isn't such a thing called Scrum framework.
So that means the rest like Kuban, Lean, they are all techniques.
Kanban
Yeah.
is a technique again, it's not a framework. So what Kanban does is like it gives you a template where you say what is the to do, what is done and so on.
Like a task.
That is not a framework, this is just a technique. Okay, so that's its terminology. It has not affected your grade, I'm just telling you.
No,
The reason why I mention this because you need to say correct things when you're presenting, but it will not affect your grade.